Todd, um, like you're very successful. Let's talk about that. And I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Like, you want to talk about how many properties you own?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Do you remember the count? I see kind of lost count a little bit.
You know, I probably lost count.
Yeah.
I could tell you if I woke up every day and looked at my balance sheet, that would probably drive me crazy sometimes. But you don't do it. That's not what it's about. You know, I have no problem when a lot of people say, you know, I want to buy real estate and I want to make money from that property and I want to buy a boat with the free cash flow. And I say, well, that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. So the real estate is a means to an end for you to go out and buy the boat. To me, the real estate's always been about multiplying and buying more and more real estate. So how many buildings I own, I could tell you I'm hundreds of millions of dollars in debt, and it's all good debt. I don't have any personal debt.
Good debt.
But it's just I want to keep buying more and more real estate.
That's amazing. You don't own the house you live in.
Nope.
See, I researched you, man. I got you in there. I'm like, tell me about that. What's that about? Like, Grant Cardone said the same thing, right? So.
A lot of people say the same thing, and some people take it the wrong way. And it's actually comical because on the coming attraction of this year's show, they say, "Oh, Todd's having financial problems because we had to move."
Yes,
no,
I heard that.
We lived in a rental apartment. Well, it wasn't a rental apartment; it was a condo,
yes.
But we rented it,
Beautiful.
And it was for sale, and it sold. So we had to move. So I said, the only financial problem I have is like everyone in Miami is that I now spend more money for lesser of an apartment because rents have gone up. But you know, that's just the clickbait to get you in.
Of course.
But I have no problem with people owning homes. I'm not anti-home ownership. I'm anti-being delusional. I owned homes when my kids were little because we wanted stability. We had the houses with the garages and the pools and everything. But it's not an investment. So people get caught up in this. Well, I bought my house, and I know people are going to watch and say, oh, yeah, well, if you bought a house in Miami 2 years ago, it's worth so much more. And you're yeah, and if I bought the Powerball ticket, that would be great too. But that's not an investment approach. You have to look at things over decades to see if it makes sense. Your home is funded by you. Your job, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, whatever you want to be, your home is funded by you. Hence, it's not an investment. We pray it goes up in price, but historically speaking, it probably won't go up as much as the S&P 500. So it's not a great investment financially. It's a fantastic investment for your happiness, just like getting a boat could be fantastic. Just don't kid yourself. Now, I was renting after I moved out when I was first single. I left my wife and kids, they were in the house, and my kids would come stay with me part-time. So I rented an apartment. From there, Alexa and I wanted to we moved into a building together, and we got an apartment, and we rented. And then my kids came to live with us full-time, so we needed to move again. So we quickly moved again. And then Frankie came to live with us full-time, so we moved again. So we had to keep moving. So I said, it was a great thing that I didn't own an apartment because how could I have sold these apartments without losing a lot of money in transaction fees? I don't have any insecurities, and I love the fact that sometimes people say, like what one of the girls in the show says, if he doesn't own a home, he must have financial problems. Yes. I just feel bad for the good people who are out there renting who think there's a stigma towards it because I could buy any home I want.
Exactly. Oh, we know.
I could buy any home I want.
I know.
But that's what life is. People put that on you. And I said, and now I'm renting again because I want the flexibility to move. Because as I said, my older daughter went off to college. My younger daughter's leaving. So guess what? It's just Alexia, myself, and Frankie. We could go anywhere. We may go to Coconut Grove. We may go to Sunny Island. We can go anywhere we want. Yeah. So I like flexibility. My wife likes home ownership, so she may win the battle. And I want to say it on record that I won't buy a place because I will buy an apartment or I will buy a home. Sure. I prefer condos, truthfully. Sure. I just won't say it's an investment. It's just an investment in happiness. How about that?
That's insane. Good stuff.